Leopards now coming onto the field, preparing to come through the run-through sign. The captain's also coming to the sideline, getting prepared for the coin toss.
Hey, Johnny, what do you on your keys, the Southern State keys, the game? What do you think the pressure is going to be on our up front men, our linebackers, or the whole crew? What do you think?
Actually, Ron, I think the linebackers, they're actually going to be the biggest key of the game because I think we're going to dominate on the line of scrimmage. The key is our linebackers going to shoot the gaps and put pressure on the quarterback and maintaining that run and holding them on the line of scrimmage. Controlling the line of scrimmage, putting pressure on the quarterback. The linemen are going to dominate tonight. But are the linebackers going to step up in those holes and clog the holes and not allow letting those guys get out of containment for the War Eagles? So, controlling that line of scrimmage is going to be the biggest key of the ball game.
And for the most part this year, the Leopards up front have held their own against nearly everyone they played. Some teams have caught us napping at times, but Ron, I would say that the line on both sides of football has done pretty well all year.
Played real well considering that we have some kids going both ways, and we've had some banged up. We got Terrence Matlock back last week for the Hope game in Jeepers. I'm going to tell you something, guys. The coach said in the films he made a difference in the middle, so it's good to have him back.
There's no doubt about that. Whenever he does, he can make a difference. And, even when he wasn't in, Wesley Duran, senior lineman, has stepped up, and he was making some big plays on the line. And but still, as that goes on, if Malvern can establish their offense early and score first, that is going to be a big key because that is exactly what happened to us last year. Jay Fair come out and scored first. And with that, let them establish the tempo. And I think it'd be a big believer in their confidence tonight for them, the Leopards, to score first.
Who does Southern State have? Who are we going to highlight for the Southern State player of the game, Johnny?
Corey Monroe, a senior cornerback and tailback. He was running the ball very well when he gets in there behind Damon Witherspoon, and he's playing a great, strong safety. I believe it's free safety or strong safety. I don't know exactly which one, but still
flip-flops there.
He flip-flops and sometimes playing cornerback, but he's playing. He's a big hitter on defense, and Southern State Bank wants to highlight Corey Monroe, senior safety / cornerback / tailback. He's all the above and speedster. Great accomplishments by him, and we want to highlight his efforts tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's a hard-nosed football player too, and it's kind of funny, like we were talking. Coach Gold and Coach Scarborough switch these kids around so much. Okay, is he a strong or a weak, a corner or what? And they move them around. And it not only confuses us, but hopefully it confuses those other offensive coordinators. And here come the Leopards, Michael.
The Leopards are coming out onto the football field. We have had the toss. And, Johnny, that defense is going to be tested early as the Leopards are going to kick and defend the east end zone.
Hey, the Leopards look like they're ready to play, guys. This is excited. I've seen them, and it's excited for a good, excellent crowd we have here. People, hey, if you're here in Malvern or even close, come on out. It's a great night. Cool. Put on a sweater and come on out and watch some Leopard football and join this crowd.
Well, the Leopards are getting set to kick off. The War Eagles taking the field as well.
Mike, again, we just got to contain their quickness and maintain and establish our guys early on the line of scrimmage, contain them. And if we can contain them, it will be a big boost and get them 3 and out early and get the ball in the hands of our offense.
Just moments away here from kickoff. Floriani now set to kick for the Leopards. So the referees give final instructions. Here's the kick. It's going to be fielded back at the 10-yard line, out across the 20, 25, and brought down at the 27-yard line is number 1, Charles Hayes.
Mike, that was Josh Floriani to knock him down. And that big old kid at number 1, he's supposed to be one of their main go-to guys in this offense. So we're going to be calling Mr. Hayes' name out several times tonight, as well as a few of the other running backs that are that are going to be running the ball for the War Eagles.
Hopefully we're calling them for losses or no gains, Mike or Johnny.
That's very true. I didn't mean it that way.
First and 10 for the War Eagles. They start at their own 27-yard line.
Larry Clark is another guy that is going to be in the backfield for the War Eagles.
Here's the snap. The give up the middle. Short gain on the play. That's Maurice Burns on the carry.
Mike, they are doing a lot of misdirection in the backfield. They just handed it off to the fullback straight up the middle. They're trying to confuse the D-backs and the linebackers of Malvern, and we're looking for the quarterback in the program. He is not listed, wearing number 15, so I'm not sure what to call him at this point. This time, the give off to the right side. Good push by that Malvern defense, and going to be a loss on the play of about a yard. Mike, it was kind of like a student body sweep out to the right, and Wesley Duran and Terrence Matlock both converged to make that tackle, and that's what I was telling y'all about in the pregame show. Our D-line is going to make a difference in this ball game. Got good penetration and allowing to make a stop behind the line of scrimmage. War Eagles coming back to the line of scrimmage now. 10:44 remaining here in the first period. Early in the ball game, no score. Twin set to the right side. This time the War Eagles running out of shotgun. Movement along the line. The snap gets away from the quarterback. Fortunate for Fair as Malvern would have had a chance at that one.
Well, that's another one of those situations where, by golly, we just didn't, we were unfortunately, the ball jumped over popped up over the punter's head, and we weren't there to take advantage of it. But they had a penalty, 5-yard procedure penalty, wasn't it, Johnny?
As a delay of game, Ron, just 5-yard penalty there and moves them back. It was called before the play was called dead immediately. So even with the snap going over the quarterback's head, it stopped. Fair now looking to pass. Lots of pressure in the backfield, and the sack is made by number 55, Terrence Matlock, senior D lineman. Ron,
there's Matlock. We talked about him last week.
That was an 11-yard defensive stop there. A sack goes for Terrence Matlock, trapping the clipping or getting a hand on his heels, knocking him down. Huge play for the Leopards. 3 and out, allowing a punt to short defensive back. I believe that's Carter Monroe, Southern State Bank player. The punt is up, and this one could be dangerous for the Leopards. It is a short punt, bounds at the 35, and takes a Leopard bounce. Looks like it went out of bounds there. On the sideline, they're going to spot this one at about the 33-yard line. So Leopards get outstanding field position for their first offensive series.
Yeah, a 3-yard punt right there, guys. So that's okay, Johnny. Talk about your field position now, buddy. We're, anytime you get what?
Anytime you can get on the other team's side of the field.
Okay, what I was talking about focus now is the Leopards need to come out focused and believing that they're going to score here.
First and 10 from the 33. The give up the middle. That's Corey Monroe at tailback, and he is going to be stopped just shy of the 29-yard line. Mike, it was straight out of the eye position. Just a handoff deep in the backfield. Corey Monroe straight up the middle. Lead blocker, Brandon Bradford, got about 4 yards, almost 3.5, 4 yards, and we'll take that every time. Looks like the injury to Witherspoon may have been slightly more serious than we knew coming into this game. But Monroe in the backfield and no loss there. Roberts with the snap gives to Monroe off the right side, and he's going to be dragged down for a loss back near the original line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 32. It's going to be third down now and about 9 for the Leopards. Mike, I think their outside linebacker, Red, we try to go right off the right tackle, Jonathan Reddick, and their linebacker comes right off, scrapes off the
the defensive tackle and did not let Carrie Monroe go outside and lost a play about 3 yards, or 2 yards, excuse me.
Big down for the Leopards with 8:30 remaining here in the first quarter as they are deep into War Eagle territory. Need 9 yards for the first down. Roberts fakes the give to Monroe, looking to his right, throws. It is complete to Kevin Bryant. It's going to be shy of the first down as Bryant is brought down at about the 27-yard line. 5-yard pass. It's going to be fourth down for the Leopards.
Well, this is fourth down territory. There's no sense in punting it here. We've only got to get 5 yards here for a first down, and that's what kind of pass pattern or routes that we need to be looking for Jace Roberts. We don't need 20 yards, we need 5. And if we have to run a running play that'll gain the 5 or a pass pattern to run the 5, that's what we need to be looking for.
Keeps the defense off balance as the Leopards now can go to the run or the pass. They line up in an I with a twin set to the far side, split right. Roberts pitches to Monroe, who fumbles it, picks it back up, loses it again, and it's going to be recovered by the War Eagles near the 25-yard line. And Monroe may have taken his eyes off that one a little bit early, Johnny.
Yeah, he was looking for the hole. It was just a turnaround, quick pitch, and it looked like he had a hole if he had maintained the control of the ball. And unfortunately, I think he was looking at the hole a little early. And even though, incomplete pass or a turnover there, it was fourth down. We're trying to get it. No fault on the Leopard side.
7:31 remaining here in the first quarter. Neither team done much offensively thus far on their first series. Now War Eagles get their second opportunity. The give off the near side, and the Leopards stack that one up early. Should be a loss in the play. They'll spot progress to the 20-yard line.
Huge play by Terrence Matlock. Great penetration, straight up the middle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. About the time he got the handoff, Terrence Matlock was in his kitchen, and he was cooking up some bacon and eggs because he was ready to get a sermon right there.
That was one of those cases. Way too many cooks in the kitchen for fair, wasn't it, John?
He had the hat on, I think.
Woo. Second down and 13, loss of 3 on the play for the War Eagles. This time, rollout pass by the quarterback. He's out across the 20-yard line, got some running room across the 30 and the 35, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 35 by Kari Monroe.
Mike, it was a design rollout pass, and he had the open tight end, but he allowed the tight end out there to come back and make a block on John Skinner that was kind of trailing the play, and opened it up big time for the quarterback of Jay Fair to get about a 17-yard scamper over the first down marker.
We are assuming now that the quarterback, who is listed as number 11, is Brandon Moore. We have a flag on this play before anything happens.
Like, I think Brandon Bradford got a little aggressive, got in the dead zone there, and called for offsides. And that's a 5-yard penalty, so it's going to be 1st and 5 for the War Eagles.
The War Eagles come up to the line of scrimmage. Once again in tight formation. Moore now turns, gives to his tailback, who gets near the 44-yard line.
Mike, a lot of people are not seeing their formation. They've got their slot back is inside the tackle, right behind the guard, and then they've got a split T-bone situation in the backfield, 2 backs that are side by side, and they're just playing turnaround power football, just going straight forward, inching closer to the first down, less than a yard to go for the first.
Second down and 1 now for the War Eagles. Moore takes a snap, gives up the middle. Not much yardage there. Should be enough for the first down as Brennan Metcalf is on the carry. Needed actually a little bit less than a yard. They spot this just over the 46-yard line. And Johnny, this with the spot they got, this one could be actually fairly close.
Yeah, it looked like the one lineman coming down the other side, it was over the 46, and this guy, the line judge on our side of the field, come up and gave a different spot, about a foot difference. But I think they're very close to the first down, if not already got it.
And they have it by about half of the football. So it's 1st and 10 now for the War Eagles. as they try to get on the scoreboard first tonight. And Johnny, just like you said coming into this game, they're going to line up and come right at us. It's going to follow the linemen and the linebackers, it looks like, guarding against this War Eagle offense.
But it's definitely going to be a battle up front because they're in a tight formation, just knowing that they're going to run the ball.
The give up the middle, number 34, Maurice Burns. He's brought down after little or no game. Actually, may have lost about half a yard looking at the spot on the near side.
Definitely stopped him at the line of scrimmage. I think John Skinner, Terrence Madlock, Wesley Duran, all those guys on that left-hand side of the defensive line all were in on the tackle. They're getting good penetration when those guys are attempting to go outside. Those quick-hitting plays, the only thing that's really getting any yardage for the War Eagles, and but we're just, really definitely controlling the line of scrimmage early.
This time a wide out to the far side for the War Eagles. Moore looking to pass. Looking to the near side, going underneath. It is incomplete, intended for his tailback, Maurice Burns. Third down and 10 now.
Jeff Biggs defending on the play. He was more concentrating on getting a good lick on the guy, and it almost bounced right in his hands, and he didn't even know it. It was close. Still, third down and 10. Big play for the Leopards right here at midfield. They come up and turn the tide. We'll get a punt and be going the opposite way with the offense.
5'11", 205 is Burns. He brings a load. I called him the tailback. He's actually listed as a fullback, and he's definitely got the size. This time Moore out of shotgun. Back at his 40, looking to throw. It is incomplete at the 50-yard line. Would have been shy of the first down either way. It's fourth down and 10 for the War Eagles.
Well, Mike, they're trying to go underneath again. They're not good at throwing the ball downfield. They try to go the short patterns, and if they don't have it, he's going to tuck it and run. And whenever it's a straight drop back or straight shotgun, he's going to fire it out there and attempt to get to those guys in the flat. And again, he's not very accurate on passing. He's a better runner, and it's showing early in this ball game.
Kari Monroe set up at the 25, looking to field the punt. Here's the snap. It's good. Good pressure by that Leopard defense. Kari Monroe calls for the fair catch at the 20-yard line. And the Leopards will start off their next series at their own 20. 4:47 remaining here in the first quarter. No score. Leopards looking to score on their second offensive series.
Well, the homecoming jitters is out of both the defense and offensive blood now, and it's time to hit somebody and play a little football. And I think the offense for the Leopards is going to turn it on in this series.
We got Witherspoon back in there, dotting out the tailback now.
Witherspoon gets the handoff. He's at the 20-yard line and is going to be drugged down there. Couldn't quite get outside as number 5, Aaron Thomas, drags him down, along with Cameron Slater.
Cameron Slater coming from that inside linebacker position, showing his speed to get out there and collar Damon for a very short gain. It was designed to go outside of the tackle, and if he didn't get a hold of him, it was going to be a big gain in front of this homestand crowd.
Leopards in the eye, receivers to either side. Roberts throws to his left. It is complete to Kevin Bryant. Bryant out near the 30-yard line. They're going to spot him just shy of the 30, which is going to be very close to a Leopard first down.
Mike, it's touching the 30-yard line. I think they're going to go ahead and mark it as a first. He's going to come out and look at it, but as close as they are, I think they've got the first down.
Well, I'm with you, Johnny. The nose of the ball is at the 30. You hate to say it, but it looks fairly obvious from here. It ought to be a first down without having to pull the chains in.
Do the math down there, Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Gibbs didn't even call that one. Yeah, okay.
I didn't even really kind of surprised they brought the chains out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am too. It's touching the line. It's obvious it's going to be a first down. We were just inside the 20.
First down and 10 now for the Leopards. 3:55 remaining here in the first quarter. Receivers to either side once again for Roberts. Leopards in the eye. Roberts turns, gives to his tailback, and that is Witherspoon. Witherspoon is going nowhere as he's dropped the line of scrimmage. Actually, maybe a yard loss on the play.
Mike, it looked like they they had the blitz coming on the outside, the linebackers, and it all shot the gaps at the same time and put a lot of pressure on DeMond, and DeMond lost a half a yard. Well, it was not a yard. I mean, it was.
They were through there quick, weren't they, John?
Woo. They did it. I think they were in the huddle with a snap counter.
3:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Leopards in the eye once again, receivers to either side. Roberts looking to throw, looks to his right, throws it. It is incomplete, intended for Kevin Bryant. That was near the 37-yard line, would have gotten the Leopards within about 3 yards of the first down.
We're attempting to throw the short patterns, getting 5-6 yards, trying to get them to commit to the D-backs of the War Eagles to commit to the outside. And we're going to start hitting them on those slant patterns and inside the hashes before too long. Justin Simmons was going streaking right down the hash mark on the field, and I thought he was pretty wide open, but it was definitely designed to go to KB.
Twins to the near side. Roberts out of shotgun, looking to the near side. Throws complete to Kevin Bryant for the first down at the 44-yard line.
Well, KB, he ran about a 10 or 12-yard out pattern designed to go to him all the way. Great pattern, Mike. If you didn't see him run the pattern, or if you weren't even keeping your eye on him isolated, he faked to the inside and came outside and got the D-back off his back, and it was a great throw by Jace Roberts to get it out to his outside shoulder, and the only person to catch it was KB, and he did. He come down and get the first down once again.
Simmons to the near side. Bryant and Delamar to the far side for Roberts. Leopards in the eye. The pitch this time to Witherspoon to the far side near the line of scrimmage, and he is drugged down there. Looks like number 32, 32, Ardell Applegate.
Well, these are some fast linebackers, Johnny.
You know, it's one of those things, Ron, that you can't string these guys out. Hope was kind of the same way. You got to tuck it and get as many yards as you can going north and south instead of east and west, because you can't go outside them. They're fast.
Good size and good speed, both, as Ardell is 6'1", 230 pounds. Gain of a yard on the play. It's second down and 9 for the Leopards. Roberts gives up the middle. And once again, very little gain on the play for Witherspoon. He gets maybe half a yard, and the Leopards are facing third and long once again.
Well, it looked like it. I don't know if I kind of got up in the crowd. I didn't see it. I don't know if he stumbled or they just clogged it up in the middle so much it was a no-gainer. But
it looked like any place for him to go, Johnny.
No, they clogged it up.
The offensive line of both teams, gentlemen, so far controlling this ball game. Or excuse me, the defensive line.
Yes.
Twin set to the near side now for the Leopards. Split left. Roberts out of shotgun. Looks to his right. Lets this one go deep, and there must have been a miscommunication there. We've got flags on the plays. It looks like probably Bryant was held on his route.
Yeah, number 22 for the War Eagles stopped the progress of Kevin Bryant and not allowing the receiver to run out his pattern, and the ball was in the air. And any pass thrown downfield and the ball in the air, or the receiver cannot be obstructed, and that will be a penalty every time. And definitely huge break for the Leopards, because that was kind of overthrown, but still.
Thought it might have been pass interference. They actually called holding on that play.
Which is good, because that's an automatic first down, because we got it anyway.
Holding or block, they'll call it the same, I believe, each time, because he's not allowing him to finish out his pattern.
Twins to the right, split left for Roberts. Leopards in the eye once again. The give up the middle. This time running room up the middle near the 30-yard line. And that is, make sure that's Witherspoon before I call him out. That is Witherspoon in at tailback, and Leopards get their first big gain on the ground tonight.
I tell you what, that's behind Big John Reddick and Jason Tatum on the right-hand side. And instead of going outside those two big guys, they went right inside them, right between them. And they looked like they were running downhill, and nobody knew where they were going.
That was our first first down by running, too. That was been by passing.
First and 10 for the Leopards. Twins right, split left. The give up the middle to the fullback. That's Clegg. And he is going to be brought down after a gain of about 3 yards. It's second down and 7.
Looks like a fake to the outside by running the tailback and trying to sneak the fullback inside the tackle and guard. And short gain, but still, Mike, 3 yards with Justin Clegg, I'll take that every time. Where's Coach Appy when
Coach
you need
Appy,
him?
yeah.
You've been to the Alfie School of Football.
Yes.
Twins right, split left once again for the Leopards. They give this time up the middle to Witherspoon, and he's going to be stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Loss on the play back to the 29-yard line. Loss of 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 9.
I tell you what, anything that stops aggressive linebackers is a dump pattern right over the middle to Justin Simmons, because them sure hands will catch it, and that will keep those guys from penetrating that line of scrimmage and open up the running game.
And we are nearing the end of the first quarter. No score here. Homecoming at Claude Mann Stadium. We'll be back after this.
The financial horizon in our little town is changing fast, and all you really want is a familiar face in a convenient place. You've noticed all these blue mountains popping up around town and maybe wondered, what's that all about? It's about banking on the Summit. The best rates, the most reliable, experienced folks, and innovative ways to help you keep up with it all. Don't get left at the bottom with a bunch of strangers. Build your future on the Summit.
Hi, this is Tony Warner from Malvern National Bank. 2003's really been another great year for M&B. We were chosen again as Malvern's #1 bank in the Malvern Daily Record's Readers Poll. That's 3 straight years that the majority people of Malvern and Hot Spring County have let us know that our brand of community banking is the type of banking they like. We hope you know how much Malvern National appreciates your great comments about us and how much we appreciate your business. Malvern National Bank, a real community bank.
When you do something right for over 50 years, you obviously know what you're doing. And that's the way it is at McClure Real Estate. Over 50 years of professional real estate service to the Malvern area. They're locally owned and they're locally operated. That's McClure Real Estate, 332-2777. Give them a call. McClure Real Estate, 332-2777. Proud sponsors of Malvern Leopard Football. It's fall, it's cool weather, your mind thinks of a lot of things. Football, and maybe it's time for a new automobile or to trade that jalopy off. I'm here with Mr. Teeter Chevrolet Olds, and he's got some words for you.
Yes, sir. We've got the words and we've got the product. We've got probably over 500 units out here, and I'm looking at a sea of cars. I've got all kinds and creeds and colors of vehicles, all type of sport utilities. We've got them here at Teeter's. So come on out and shop us real soon.
Again, this is Ron McNamara, speaking from my own experiences. The deals are sweeter at Teeter.
Leopards go split right. Twins left. Delamar doubled up on the near side. Roberts looks to his right, now looking over the middle. He's got Delamar over the middle and incomplete. Overshoots his man just a little bit. And now the Leopards face 4th down and 9.
Well, they're going to go for it. You're in almost no man's land. You're looking at almost a 50-yard field goal, which is out of the ramifications. And then if you do punt it in the end zone, you only gain, 9 yards, so you might as well go for it. Any positive yards right here, if we don't complete a 1st down and we get 5 yards, still that's not a bad chance to take.
Leopards running out of shotgun now. Twins right, split left for Roberts. Takes the snap, looks to his right, throws. Right. Underneath it is complete to Kevin Bryant. Be interesting to see where the spot is, and if they get the spot, it is a 1st down.
Just enough. I bet it's about 1.5 foot.
Wow, great.
Right
great
past
route.
the 1st down marker. Again, Kevin Bryant's making wonderful routes and getting those D-backs off and getting some separation. And whenever you got that speed and that determination to make a catch and concentration to make that catch and knowing that you need to make it, Michael, he's mentally prepared tonight, and that's one of my keys.
That is one of the keys to the game coming into tonight. Twins left, split right for Roberts this time. The pitch to Witherspoon off the left side, and he's going to be met at the 20-yard line, and it's going to be dropped for a short loss on the play. Leopards looking at 2nd down, and we're still looking for the spot there. 2nd down and 11.
It's just a quick pitch to go on the outside, and again, their linebackers are so fast, they're not allowing us to get to the corner. And the play has not been successful tonight, and even with our speed on our tailbacks, that their linebackers are getting out there to defend that outside play very quick.
Like they're cheating those linebackers to the outside to defend that play as well. Roberts out of shotgun, fakes to give up the middle, now cuts it up inside the 15-yard line. Good cut by Roberts as he's going to be brought down at the 14-yard line.
Boy, that's a situation there, Johnny. Tell us that it was there and he took it, didn't he?
Well, Ron, it's always taught on the veer on a quarterback. You've got to turn it up, and that tailback's got to go with you. And when you turn that corner and there's nobody there, just cut up and get the most yards you can, and that's exactly what Jace Roberts did. There was nobody there. He cut it up for a huge gain, about 8 yards, and puts his team in a position to 3rd and 5 instead of a long third down situation.
We've got a timeout on the field.
Well, it's just one of those plays that you didn't expect it because we have not ran that play, nor Jace hadn't kept it on an option play. So great decision, great run, good call by the coaches, and to put them in this situation, a shorter third down situation.
There's a mismatch.
Pass incomplete off the left side, intended for Delamar. Apologize, I was trying to prepare a CD player there.
Jace Roberts attempting to go to the corner of the end zone, a jump ball pass to Justin Delamar, which has come down several times this year for touchdowns, and just a little bit short. Defender got up there and knocked the ball out of Justin's hands, and it was going to be definitely a tough catch for Justin Delamar.
Simmons and Bryant going to twin set to the far side. Delamar split left. Roberts in shotgun. Looks to his left, now rolling to his right, throws underneath to Witherspoon, who's dropped back at the 20-yard line. So Leopards come up short on 4th down, and the War Eagles take over once again.
Mike, it looked like they were trying to attempt to set up a screen pass outside to DeMond Witherspoon, and as soon as he turned around to try to go forward, the big linebackers that are so fast, they got out there and defended it well and stopped the Leopards right on the 20-yard line.
So now the War Eagles start from their 20-yard line, as the Leopards did on their previous possession, after taking it down the field. War Eagles in tight formation once again. Brandon Moore, the quarterback. And we've got, I believe, a delay of game called against Little Rock Fair, and that will move the ball back 5 yards. And the War Eagles will be looking at 1st and 15.
Mike, they're lining up in that stacked, looks like a short wishbone that is right off the fullback. It looks like it would be in the fullback, and the wishbone set is right on the tail of the guard. And it's offset to one side and allowing an extra blocker to get up there and block the defense.
Well, they're tied in here, aren't they?
Moore this time gives to his fullback, who's going to be brought down after a gain of about 6 yards. That's number 34, Maurice Burns once again.
As Mike says, he's going to the fullback, but there's that halfback that's right beside him. He's their lead blocker, and you turn around and give that fullback, it's just like he's the tailback coming into that situation, and he is a big hoss, and he's tough to bring down.
205 pounds. This time we've got flags on the play once again. Must have some motion along the line.
I think their tight end wasn't set when the quarterback called hut, and puts them back another 5 yards, and it looked like it was a design rollout, fake the run to the home side stands and rolling out towards the J. Fair stands, and they're so tight, it's going to be such a misdirection to keep up with all of them.
It is.
War Eagles going east to west. Now give to Burns once again, and he's going to be dropped this time back at the 15-yard line.
Whoa!
Very little gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about 15 for Fair.
Man, Terrence Matlock and Wesley Duran just stood the boy up and put him on his back. Man.
Great play there by Matlock and Duran.
Well, they're calling that no gain, and that was generous.
Twin set to the near side now for fair, and they go with twin set to the far side as well. Moore in shotgun, fumbles the snap, but recovers just in time, and Moore is hit as he lets this one go.
Munzel Davis was all over him back there, guys.
He was crawling on 15's back, and he didn't even have a chance to throw it downfield, and the pass goes incomplete right in front of the quarterback, and great 3 and out for the defense, and sets up Corey Monroe, our speedster, to get out and get a clean punt and get it back down there where we were just moments ago, back down on the 20-yard line.
Monroe sets up at the 45-yard line. The punt is nearly blocked, but they get this one away. It bounds at the 43, takes a Leopard bounce, and will be downed at the 38-yard line. So Leopards take over 1st and 10 at the 38. Johnny, great field position once again, and at some point the Leopards have got to convert and get some points on the board.
The offense they got to maintain focus, concentrate, and maintain the objectives to put it in the end zone. We're inside their 40-yard line, and with 8 minutes to go in this half, we need a score.
We've got a stoppage of play. It's like the referee's calling for some time to be put back on the clock.
Mike, I think it was a dead ball, and the clock was rolling before the referee set it into play. Actually, it'd be dead ball until the quarterback snaps the ball, and they put 5 seconds back on the clock and set the clock until we resume play.
8:23 remaining here in the first. The give up the middle to Kari Monroe. Kari out across the 35, down near the 30-yard line.
Great burst of energy coming through that line. A quick hit and play kind of minimizes the speed of the defense, and that is exactly what happened as Jace drops back and he hands it out deep in the backfield, and Corey Monroe just shoots right up the center of the offensive line and stalemates the defense and gets a huge gain, short and maybe a yard to go for the first down.
Roberts under center, takes the snap and gives to Monroe once again. Monroe bounces off the inside, trying to bring it to the outside, and he's going to be stopped at the 30 once again, and actually gets a poor spot on that one. He's going to be spotted back at the 31, Johnny. It looked like he got to at least the 30.
Yeah, I thought he was back to the line of scrimmage, and the side judge here, he just continues to go back and back, and more or less where he was tackled at, and not where his forward progress was. So he didn't get his forward progress, and they minus a yard on him. So tough call by the officials. Still, we got to get a couple of yards here for the first down.
Third down, it's about 2.5. They're calling it 3 yards. Roberts gets the snap, gives to his fullback Clegg, who's going to be out across the 30, and that should be enough for the first down as he's spotted at about the 27-yard line.
Mike, I like that play. A short yardage situation, you turn around and give it to your big boy, let him bound and bump and bruise to get across that first down marker. If you get it close, and then you can do the quarterback sneak and get it over with inches. But that fullback, he can get several yards, and I thought that was a great call by the coaches.
Receivers to either side now for Roberts. Leopards once again in the eye. Roberts gets a snap, looking to pass, throws to Bryant out near the 20-yard line, going to be stopped at about the 22-yard line.
Mike, my eyes were on Kevin Bryant at that time, and he adjusted well. He knew that the ball was coming towards the inside, a little thrown too much inside, wasn't right at KB or out to his outside, and the defender kind of zoned in on it too, and he stepped right in front of him to make the reception to give the Leopards, 2nd and 5. Great adjustment by Kevin Bryant tonight.
Leopards in the eye once again. Roberts gives up the middle to Kari Monroe. Monroe is going to be, and they're throwing the spots in. There may have been a fumble on the play, and the Leopards have recovered. Not sure what happened in there. It was a very, very tight, a lot of players inside, Johnny, but I think Monroe may have coughed that one up.
I think he came back down on top of it. He might have popped it out, but he laid back down on top of it. But straight up the middle, hard-nosed running. He kind of got his feet tangled up right at the first, and then another guy hit him about 2 yards downfield, and I think he landed back down on the ball to give him short and third, maybe less than a yard.
Ball spotted at the 19. Roberts looking to pass across the middle. It is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Justin Simmons. And the Leopards look to catch the War Eagles napping there with that short yardage situation.
Ball just a little bit late coming to Justin Simmons. He kind of turned and had a chance to had a hand on it, but it was on to his outside shoulder, the slant pattern. You needed a little bit out leading the guy to be an easy catch. Brings up 4th and short here. And don't be surprised if the quarterback calls his own number here.
They're not lining anybody up over there. He can go either side, can he?
Roberts comes up under center. Gives to his fullback once again. And that is Clegg with forward progress. Should be enough for the first down. They're going to spot this one at about the 17-yard line.
Good call, good call. Anytime you turn around and hand it to that big bruiser, he's going to make a first down. As big as he is and rumbling, stumbling, and going forward.
He's low, isn't he?
He is a big guy, and he's low to the ground. And when you got him going forward, you're not going to stop him.
5:11 remaining here in the first half. Still no score. Leopards once again deep into War Eagle territory. Roberts under center. Takes the snap and gives to his tailback, Monroe, up the middle, out across the 15-yard line, and brought down at the 11. 6-yard gain for Kari Monroe. It's 2nd down and 4.
Mike there running over the left tackle, Floriani, and
I tell you what, he had a great crease there too, Floriani. And all he needed was a crease, and he squirted through there, Johnny.
I think it's double F's over here on the left-hand side, Floriani and Floriani. And great push, and you know, whenever you got 6 yards like Mike was calling out, you know, that's a great first down. You're moving the chains inside the 20.
Well, that's a lot of beef there too, those two Floriani brothers out there.
4:34 remaining here in the first half. Roberts under center, takes the snap, fakes to his tailback, throws over the middle. It is complete to Justin Simmons.
Oh my.
And they're going to spot him just outside the goal line. It looked like he had crossed the plane, but it's going to be spotted just inside the 1.
Mike, I referenced it earlier that tight end's going to be open. And as good as he is, Justin Simmons is, he made a catch back over his back shoulder and brought it back to his chest. Great catch down inside the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. Leopards need to punch it in here quick.
Receivers to either side, Delamar and Kevin Bryant. Leopards in the eye. Roberts goes himself across the goal line. Touchdown. We're still waiting actually for the signals. They've yet to give it.
What in the world?
There it is. Yeah. Touchdown Malvern. Late calls by the official, but with 4 minutes remaining here in the first half, the Leopards take the early lead.
On, Michael?
Well, yeah, I had the call, but we all did.
It, brother.
Quarterback sneak, Jace Roberts, you know, sees that crease and, you know, makes an easy touchdown quick. Big boost for the Leopard offense, punching it in from the 40, make them pay whenever they got the field position in their side and capitalize on their misfortunes.
The kick is up, and it is good. So Floriani converts the extra point for the Leopards with 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. And, Johnny, it took a little while, but there's one of your Southern State Bank keys to the game, getting that early lead.
Hey, that was 38 yards and 10 plays. You talk about taking a little while, taking some time off the clock, which is good for the Leopards. That is one of your keys, Johnny.
Well, Ron and Mike, I think another big thing is don't have a letdown right here before halftime. Go in with a lead and be successful in that locker room discussing the second half.
And a big hole up the middle for Fair. Out across the 45-yard line, Kari Monroe makes the saving tackle for the Leopards. At about the Leopard 45-yard line, we've got a flag back near the 20, so this one may be coming back. And then the official does indicate a hold, so this one's going to come back to near the 11 after an outstanding return by Little Rock Fair.
Boy, he had a big hole right up the middle, but it was negated because there was a big hole right there in the center of the field, right at the 20-yard line. Brings them back down close to the 10-yard line, and unfortunate for Fair because they were going to be up over the 50-yard line for the first down.
Good return, negated by the penalty. 3:51 remaining here in the first half. Leopards leading 7-0.
smart football needs to be taken over right here. But still, there's plenty of time. If we get 3 and out, there's plenty of time for the Leopards to attempt to get some more points on the board. So as far back into the field as we've got Jay Fair, we need to stop them here. We've got a chance to score one more time.
Fair once again in tight formation, give up the middle, and that is number 2, Brendan Metcalf. He gets maybe a yard on the play, yard and a half. It's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Outside halfback, first guy through. Sometimes they fake it to him, go outside, and misdirection as much as that offense is. They're gonna hand it and fake it and turn around and look like they're running the veer. And great pickup by the defensive line.
From your scouting report, and we'll follow up on this. Did we see Fair play in this tight of an offensive formation? We'll follow up on that.
And the Fair War Eagles this time bring a receiver to the near side, still in a tight formation. The give up the middle, big tackle made in the backfield as the give was to number 2, Brennan Metcalf. He's dropped for a loss. And with 3 minutes remaining now in the first half, the War Eagles are facing 3rd down and about 16 yards.
Brandon Bradford got in there and disrupted a lot, and then it allowed his troops to get in there. John Skinner, Monzel Davis, there's a couple other guys that got in there. I missed their numbers. But huge defensive play by the Leopards to hold them up back all the way to their 5-yard line. It's going to be a big play for the Leopards to stop the J. Fair deep in their territory.
Twin set to the near side for Fair. Now looking to throw is Moore. Throws across the middle, picked off by Kevin Bryant. Inside the 15, across the 10, and brought down near the 5, actually inside the 5 at the 2-yard line.
Well, Kevin Bryant's been making catches all night long, and he steps up from his strong safety position, hit him right in his numbers. Great concentration and good return back inside the 5-yard line, and makes a huge break for the Leopards to punch it in here right before halftime.
2:17 remaining here in the first half, and the Leopards getting the break on the turnover, looking to punch it in and increase their lead before halftime.
Big play, guys. Boy, Bryant really played that ball well, Johnny. He's played a great ball game.
Bryant split to the far side. Delamar split to the near side as Roberts comes up under center, gives to Witherspoon up the middle.
Got it.
Touchdown, Malvern.
I'm sorry, Michael.
2:13 remaining. The Leopards increase their lead to 13 and look to tack on the extra point as Floriani comes onto the field.
Let me give a little more credit to some of the other guys, Jason Tate and Jonathan Reddick, and I think Justin Simmons over on the right-hand side. Great penetration, great blocking downfield, and allowing Delamar almost just to walk in untouched for the score 3 yards out. So there's a great play by several guys, great concentration.
Floriani's kick is up, and it is good. So with 2:13.
You talk about concentration. Little Floriani's really concentrating out there. He's doing a great job.
Mike, that's what you call capitalizing on their turnovers, and that's exactly what we did. We got 7 points off their turnovers, and we did it in a very short scoring drive.
Floriani kicks this one, and it's going to go out of bounds. I'm not sure that one wasn't intentional, as Floriani looked to be lined up to that near sideline. The flag comes out, and the War Eagles get its chance from the 35. But, Johnny, with the return that the Leopards saw earlier, I'm not sure if the Leopards didn't want to take their chances.
I think they were attempting to go down that corner of the end zone and using the sidelines, but I don't know if they wanted it out of bounds. But even though still got to come up with a stop, don't let them get in the end zone before halftime. It'll be a big key to this ball game because we come out with the ball first in the second half.
And the War Eagles break huddle.
Starting to sound like me, Mike.
Bring a twin set to the near side, twin set to the far side as well as Moore lines up in shotgun. Steps back, he's getting pressure from Bradford. Now getting pressure from the other side. Monzel Davis chasing him, and Moore goes out of bounds after a gain of 9 yards. A very nice spot if you're a War Eagle. It looked like he went out of bounds back at the 41. They'll spot it actually at the 48. Well, or 44, excuse me.
You know, whenever you got so many guys, it's running and trying to tackle the guy, and you got receivers running downfield, deep downfield, and runs everybody off, it's going to allow that quarterback escapability and give him those running lanes.
Once again, twin set to either side for Moore as he lines up in shotgun. Here's the snap, getting some pressure up the middle now as Moore tries to break free, gets across the 50-yard line, now across the 45 and brought down inside the Leopard 40 at the 39. So Moore showing his running prowess on passing plays.
Well, what it's doing is just, it's whenever we got them all bound up there, running that tight formation, their speed does not allow them to get out. But whenever they get out in the open field, they've got the chance to break and dance out of tackles, and that's exactly what the quarterback has done the last two plays.
Wesley Duran putting pressure from the inside, but Moore able to get away. Now Moore going to take a timeout.
Well, like I said, they're running the receivers downfield. The linebackers are going out and covering the tight ends, and it's just our three guys that are rushing the quarterback and keeping him contained, and it's tough, and it allows the underneath stuff, and he's gaining about 10 yards each pop. But still, they're going to have to come up and make that.
This time Moore dropping back, still looking to pass, get some pressure up the middle, and it is complete out across the 30-yard line to Brennan Metcalf. He's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line, just shy of the 25.
Mike Wesley Duran got in there, and he was right on his heels, just about to make the sack, and escapability of the quarterback allows him to step out and hits his receiver to the outside, but still inside the foul lines and keeps the clock rolling. That's the big nemesis for the Leopards right now.
1:20 remaining here in the first half. Moore out of shotgun, getting pressure. Lets this one go to the far corner, and it is out of bounds. A lot of room out there for Charles Hayes, the big tight end, 6'2", 190, but Moore overshot him.
Monzel Davis applying pressure to the outside, just about to get him in their one of their running backs stepped up and blocked him. More or less blocked him right into the quarterback, and the quarterback had to throw over him, and it might have misdirected the pass just a little bit to overthrow the receiver.
Good point there, because there was enough pressure on him that it did alter what the quarterback really wanted to do.
Moore now out of shotgun, has twins to either side. Drops back, looking to his left, now throws right. It is complete at the 20-yard line, and drug out of bounds is Albert Hughes.
That was a good play by Albert Hughes, because he needed to stop the clock, and that's what they're looking at, and he got inside the 20. But still, they're going to have to get a first down. But still, they're in four-down territory also, trying to get a score.
1:05 remaining. Clock stopped with the out-of-bounds play. It's 3rd down and 4 for the War Eagles. Once again, twins to either side as Moore sets up in shotgun. Takes the snap, getting some pressure up the middle from Wesley Duran. Now going to be dropped as he tries to take this one himself. He's going to be brought down right near the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down and 4 for the War Eagles.
Good containment. Johnson Reddick ended up making the tackle. If it's a loss, it's a sack, and that's exactly what it is. Jonathan Reddick comes up with a sack. 1 yard loss on the play. Kind of hung with his block and jumped back to the inside, not allowing the quarterback to get penetration up the middle.
Now Moore looking to the left corner. He's got a man out there, but out there as well is Kevin Bryan, who intercepts the pass. They're going to say that he went.
Dan Smith.
Excuse me, that was Dan Smith. They're going to say he went out of bounds, I assume.
Well, that's a touchback, and they're going to take it back out to the 20.
I guess he must have caught it in the end zone and stepped out of bounds in the corner. Great stop by the Leopards, guys.
Huge play, big turnaround. I think the quarterback's attempting to throw it out of bounds and allows. And what he did, he just threw it up, and the receiver stopped, and Dan Smith back there and playing center field comes up with a good interception and stops the drive of the War Eagles, and I think the Leopards going to go in halftime with the lead 14-0.
Johnny, we had some pressure on him then too. He did, it was another one of those situations. Our D-line did a good job.
Leopards in the I formation. Roberts takes, gives, up the middle, actually break it to the outside is Witherspoon across the 30. He's across the 40. He got one man to beat across the 40. The 30 breaks the tackle, is going to be brought down at the 26-yard line. 13 and a half seconds remaining. And the Leopards stop the clock. We'll see if they take a timeout here.
Mike, they did not have a clue that he was going to be running the ball. They thought he was going to down it. Leopards take a timeout, and DeMond takes it right off a left tackle and runs a good 60 yards, excuse me.
I'm sorry, not on the spot. I'm sorry, it's 55 or 54.
We're going to take a quick, well, actually, let's stay with the action at this point as the Leopards may come right back out.
That puts, 13.9 seconds, allows at least 2 throws to the end zone, and maybe the Leopards can come into halftime with a 21-0 lead. Huge mental boost by DeMond getting to the outside, and he did some shifty moves right along the line to get away right here at midfield and to gain another 20 yards down to the 30.
Right, it was a great run, Michael. That's as good as we've seen Witherspoon really go, isn't it?
Well, and you knew that the Leopards saw something that the coaches saw something that they felt like they could do. They've been running basically those same type plays all night, and you've got to know you've got to believe that they expected a big one to break free eventually. Twin set to the far side for the Leopards as Simmons and Delamar head that way. Simmons and Bryant go to the far side. Delamar split to the near side. Roberts in shotgun with 13 and a half seconds remaining in the half. 14-0, the Leopards lead. Roberts looks to his right, now looks left, throws. Across the middle is going to be picked off at the 5-yard line by Jay Fair. Across the 20 and got some running room across the 30-yard line and brought down at the 35 with 2.1 seconds remaining. And we've got a flag on the play, as may have been some extracurricular activity following the play. That flag was thrown after the whistle had blown.
Yeah, it was one of the situations. Looked like we tried to. Roberts just tried to sneak it into him. He was open there for a short time, but the coverage converged on him, and
looks like it may be unsportsmanlike conduct against Fair as the referees marked this one off. Actually, it must have been a 5-yard penalty. I'm not sure. Johnny, did you catch the call?
I don't know what that call is, but
could be I don't know.
Actually, that wasn't one I was familiar with either. The penalty moves the ball back to the 31-yard line. It was a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 10 for Fair. They line up in tight formation with 2.1 seconds remaining. Down the football here. And that is the halftime score. 14-0. The Leopards leading the War Eagles. We will take a break and be back after this.
Elkhorn Bank has helped generations of families buy homes, save for college tuition, or just have a little something extra for a rainy day. Get free overdraft privileges or a free ATM card with most checking accounts, or bring your child in to open one of our special school savings accounts. You can also take advantage of convenient online banking. You can view your account status, pay bills, and even access customer service. We can also help you with getting a student loan for college or buying that new house. Let us take care of all your banking needs and join with us in supporting our Malvern Leopards this season.
Go to OTC to get where you want to be. A small college with big opportunities. Get the quality education you need. Affordable classes, convenience too. We bring out the best in you. Washita Technical College is the place to be.
It takes hard work and a lot of teamwork to be a successful organization. Over the years, the Malvern Leopards have proven time and time again that they are up to the challenges that face them every Friday night. At Orr's Furniture in Malvern, we too do our best to make every customer that walks in our door feel welcome and confident that we can help them with any furniture or appliance need they have. Our experienced sales staff is ready to help you select just the right piece you need, and we'll deliver your selection free. Once again, we are happy to bring you Leopard Football, and we hope to see you soon. Orr's Furniture, Main Street, Malvern, open Saturdays till 4.
Damon Witherspoon set deep for the Leopards. He sets up at the 10-yard line as the War Eagles prepare to kick off. Kari Monroe went up back. The kick is short. It's going to be fielded by Kari Monroe at the 15-yard line. He's out across the 20, the 30-yard line, and going to be brought down at the 33. So the Leopards start off, Johnny, with great field position. Not as good as they enjoyed it as they enjoyed at some points in the game, but nevertheless, the 33 is a great place to start.
Like I've always said before, over the 25 is a great field position, in my opinion. You heard that before, Ron?
We like your opinions too, partner. You keep us up to
I'm
date.
consistent. That's all I got.
You are, buddy.
Brian and Delamar, the wideouts for the Leopards, as they line up in the eye. The give up the middle to Witherspoon, who is hammered at about the 34-yard line. Gain of a yard on the play. It's 2nd down and 9.
Coach is probably on Jay Fair. Really talked about having those openings in the inside. You know, we've got to maintain or establish that running game up the middle to allow openings to the outside. And even though we did get 1 yard, that allows openings to the outside to bust it wide open, just like we did right before halftime.
Delamar and Bryant goes in a twin set to the far side. Simmons to the near side. Roberts looking to his right, throws underneath to Bryant. It is complete. Gain of about 4 on the play.
Oh, my.
And once again, forward progress is denied.
Oh, Lord. He's up over the 40-yard line. He gets pummeled and tackled back down at the 37. And they spot the ball right on the 37. It just amazes me sometimes what some of these referees do. But we have to overcome that and make a first down.
3rd down and 4 for the Leopards. Robertson shotgun. This time he's taking it up the middle himself, and he is going to be brought down
He's got
at
it now.
the 43-yard line.
Depends on what they do. He's got it now.
Actually, they're going to spot it just past the 43, and they're going to go ahead and move the chains. First down, Malvern.
Mike, that out of the shotgun, that is a design Matt Jones special option is what I'm going to call it, where they fake it to that back and run the option straight into the line of scrimmage. Jace just saw a huge hole straight up over the tackle, right over the guard, and made a first down, and that was the objective, and that's exactly what we did, is get the first down.
1st and 10 for the Leopards. Ball spotted at the 43, out of the shotgun. The give this time up the middle to Brandon Bradford, who gets up near midfield. They will spot it right at midfield, so gain of about 7 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 3.
It looked like we're going to do the option play, and the first guy through, Brandon Bradford, receives the ball and kind of faked the defense out, froze the defense for a moment, and allowed him to sneak in there for a huge gain for the Leopards.
I like that 3, that shotgun, whatever you want to call those 3 backs out there. Gives Roberts lots of options.
Receivers to either side. Leopards in the eye. Roberts takes a snap, now looking to throw, and it is incomplete. Not quite out far enough to get to Delamar.
Kind of had number 10, their linebacker, kind of got into Jace's face and deflected the ball or disrupted his throwing passing lane, and looked like it come out like a wounded duck. I think he got a hand on it, and a little shorter outside of Justin Delamar, and but brings up a short 3 yards that the Leopards have to overcome to get the first down.
9:25 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Leopards in the eye once again. This time the give up the middle. Witherspoon with running room gets out across the 45-yard line of Fair, and that's enough for another Leopard first down.
Mike, what they did, they were blitzing, expecting a running play to this side or a passing play, and they were blitzing their outside linebacker, and it was obvious that they were trying to stop or plug up the hole with their outside linebacker. Fortunately, the Leopards called to the opposite side and got the first down with Damon Witherspoon.
Once again out of the eye. Roberts under center, now looking to throw once again. This time he's going to lay it up for Delamar. It is complete inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. Great over-the-shoulder catch by Delamar.
Great call.
Mike Chase Roberts put it where nobody else but Justin Delamar could come down on it. And whenever he can catch it over the back shoulder, and it couldn't look like a Willie Mays catch, and come down with it, that was a huge catch.
1st and 10 now for the Leopards. This time the Leopards out of the shotgun. Roberts fakes to give up the middle, running the option. Now he cuts it upfield. We got a flag on the play. Roberts stopped at the 20-yard line, but I've got a feeling, Johnny, this one may be coming back.
From the head referee, where he threw it, it's liable to be holding on the Leopards, and that's exactly what the call is. And it should be at the spot of the foul, and it'll bring back 10 yards from that spot, giving the Leopards probably about 1st and 15.
Like the spot of the foul is at the 24. We'll bring the ball back out to the 34-yard line.
Actually, just about 17-yard, first and 17, excuse me.
So Leopards facing 1st and long. Impressive drive to start this second half. 8:19 remaining here in the third quarter. The Leopards have chewed up nearly 4 minutes so far. Roberts fakes to give up the middle, now looking to throw. And looks like we had a miscommunication as Roberts threw that one around the 15. Nobody really all that close, Johnny. This must have been a miscommunication, a misread somewhere.
He had a little pressure, and maybe it was going towards Bryant's spot in the field, and just really overthrew it to just get it out because they had pressure up the middle. Good read by Jace to get it away, not to anybody's position, but not throwing it in traffic either.
2nd down and saying 16 now on the scoreboard. Now Roberts looking to throw, short drop, overshoots his man, and there the ball is caught, intercepted by Fair. We're looking for the signal, and they are going to call it an interception. So now the defense takes over for the Leopards, and the ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line.
Actually, just a little bit over the 25. He stepped out about you.
26, yeah. I was looking at the side judge. He was once again about a yard off.
Mike, these two side judges, they just get close, you know. Well, they're not in sync together.
It's a game of feet, not inches now. Anyway, the give off the near side and a little bit of running room out near the 30-yard line is Brennan Metcalf.
John Skinner coming up from his linebacker position to make the stop, but after the running back got 4 yards, still it looked like the running back could get plenty of yards outside, and John Skinner made a good open field tackle.
2nd down and 6 now for the War Eagles. Ball spotted just inside the near hash mark. Receivers to either side for more. The give up the middle. And that's the big fullback once again is going to get out to the 35-yard line, just across the 35. Maurice Burns.
Mike, it's one of those things, it's one of those misdirection plays that they'll continue to hit inside, and then all of a sudden they'll bust it out with a misdirection.
Wait a minute.
They're bringing out the chains. Johnny, I'm going to be eagle-eye and going to go, they're not there.
They're almost a yard short.
I don't know what the referee is looking at.
I don't either.
I have no idea. This is nowhere close. It's a yard shy of the first down.
Of course, he hadn't had a spot all night.
He's trying to get some PT. The ref's getting some PT.
Even with my blurred vision, that's an easy call.
Prime time.
Maybe they want to spot the ball.
Watch it. I think what they wanted was on Channel 13.
Channel 13. 6:37 in the third quarter. You can watch the referee respot the ball.
Look at me. I'm in the white hat.
3rd down and a little bit less than a yard. We called it a yard. For Little Rock Fair. The War Eagles give up the middle. Lots of running room out across the 45. across midfield. We've got a flag on the play, and Johnny, it looks like face mask penalty may be assessed against the Leopards.
I don't think he got face mask. It might be exactly what they're calling. I thought he had his.
And they are going to call a face mask against the Leopards. Lots of running room up the middle there. I believe that was Charles Hayes.
Mike, that was Corey Monroe that made the tackle. It was just unfortunate that it did not look like. I thought he just had him around the collar, but allows another 5 yards to be tacked on the end of the play, making a big first down for the War Eagles. First time probably in Leopard territory tonight.
First down and 10 for the War Eagles. Ball spotted at the 44. This time the give off the left side. Brandon Metcalf gets out to the 41-yard line.
Mike, a flag on the play. I think they're tied in on the left-hand side. Got a little anxious and was moving at the time of the snap, and that's exactly what the call is, which will be 1st and 15 back to the Leopard 48 and a half, I would say.
48 and a half.
Okay, 48 and 3/4.
That penalty negates
47.
What would have been a 4-yard gain for fair.
We need to step up and stop them here, guys. Get the ball back in the hands of the offense.
First down and 15. Moore under center. This time gives off the left side once again. Lots of running room out near the 40, across the 40, and brought down near the 36 is Brendan Metcalf.
They come busting right inside with a little bit of misdirection and fake to the first guy coming through and get to the second guy going over off the left tackle, and misdirection and not staying focused has allowed them to get about 13 yards on that play.
Second down and 3 now for the War Eagles. This time to give up the middle, not much running room there. There may be a fumble. The Leopards acting like they have it, and the referee signals that they do. So the Leopards get the big turnover as Fair looked to be gaining some momentum offensively.
Big turnover, Johnny.
The fullback missed the exchange from the quarterback and fumbled straight into the line of scrimmage. Did not recover his own fumble and allows a huge stop for the Leopards because, like you mentioned, Mike, that they were gaining momentum, making some good runs here in the third quarter.
Leopards line up in the I. Receivers to either side for Roberts. The give to Witherspoon, trying to break to the outside across the 35, across the 40, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 44-yard line of Malvern.
7 yards on the play. That was a huge run at 5:21 in the third quarter. 14-0 the Leopards. Again, if we can continue to run that ball just to the outside like DeMond did, we're running downhill, and we'll definitely take that.
No, he really showed some speed out of getting caught in that first half. He wasn't wasting any time getting out of that corner, was he, Johnny?
No, he wasn't.
Roberts under center. Gives to Witherspoon, who's going to be hemmed up in the backfield. Leans forward to about the 43-yard line. Loss on the play. It's going to be third down and about 4 yards.
They shot the gap. They kind of read to the outside what angle they were going to run the play, and unfortunately we did not pick up a block and allow the guy through to get the ankle tackle on DeMond. That brings up 3rd and 5.
Receivers to either side for Roberts. Leopards in the I. This time to give to the fullback, Clegg, and Clegg is going to be dragged down at the 46-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play. And the Leopards will be facing 4th down and 1. They bring out the punting unit.
We're going to try to attempt to gain the field position here and win that battle, get it back with a punt down the field. And at midfield, we should come out on the good side of the stick with a great punt.
Johnny, I believe this may be the first time the Leopards have punted tonight.
I believe so.
Nice kick. Going to be fielded back at the 20-yard line. Dancing around the 20 is Charles Hayes, and Hayes has some running room. He gets out across the 35, or right at the 35-yard line. Actually, they'll spot this one at the 36.
About a 15-yard return. Looked like as far as he ran, he looked like he ran about 40 yards. It's east and west. That's a good thing.
3:53 remaining here in the first half. The third quarter. The Leopards leading this one 14-0. Receivers to either side for Moore. War Eagles lined up on the far hash mark. The give off the left side out across the 40-yard line is Brendan Metcalf, and he's going to be brought down at the 41.
Mike, it kind of looks like we lost a little intensity coming out here to the second half. These guys the Jay-Fairs get a little more yardage on every down, and we need a big stop, big turnover right here again.
Jonathan Reddick on the stop for the Leopards on the last play. 2nd down and 4 for the War Eagles. Give up the middle, lots of running room across midfield, across the 30, across the 20, and going into the end zone is number 34, Maurice Burns. Burns scampers 58 yards for the War Eagle touchdown. And all of a sudden, the War Eagles are back in this football game.
You know, they popped that play on us once before and almost got there. Boy, I tell you what, when he got through there, he was gone.
3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The Leopards leading 14-6. The War Eagles lining up for 2. Moore rolling out to his left, throws. It is incomplete. It looked like number 4, Albert Hughes, had that one for the 2-point conversion, but
Dan Smith put a lick on him, knocked the ball loose, did not allow him to come down in the end zone for it. Big stop. Dan Smith is congratulated by his teammates and a great play to stop the 2-point conversion.
So with 3:10 remaining here in the third quarter, it's Leopards 14, War Eagles 6. And Johnny, looking at some of the earlier scores, I'm guessing they either don't have anybody they have any confidence in kicking, or, well, actually, that's my primary guess, because they've scored several games in which they've been in multiples of 6.
Well, 73, he didn't even get it past the 25-yard line. In his first kick, I can see why they don't go for 1.
And this kick is going to be fielded at the 20-yard line, out across the 30-yard line, and that is, I believe, Delamar on the return. He's brought down at the 31-yard line.
He's the up back, and they just barely got to the 20-yard line. I don't think their kicker can get it too far. That's the reason they go for 2. And anytime you're on the road, they're trying to go for the win. Now they're definitely going to have to go for 2 if they score again.
3:05 here in the third quarter. Leopards leading 14-6. Twin set to the right side for Roberts. Split left. The give up the middle to Witherspoon. Tries to break it outside. Wow. He's across the 30, the 35, and going to be brought down. After enough for the first down, he's brought down at the 43. Huge second effort by Witherspoon.
I want to tell you something before you start, Johnny. Number 6 just absolutely pancaked. Simmons just pancaked the guy. Watch that at 2:59 here. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Johnny.
Well, I just want to also say a couple other guys that did a great job blocking. Justin Clay, got outside and turned back inside and stopped that linebacker for the pursuit on the outside to break free Damon Witherspoon.
Twins left, split right, fumble on the play. Roberts picks it back up and is going to be dropped for about a yard loss. Roberts picked it up, trying to do what he could with it and go through the middle of that line. At that point, the fair had broken through and stopped him for a yard loss. It's 2nd down and 11.
Bad exchange between quarterback and center.
Shades of hope. Of Robinson.
And hope.
And hope, you're right. 2:07 remaining here in the third. Leopards running out of the eye. The give up the middle. Witherspoon breaks it outside once again, trying to cut things up. He breaks one tackle and dances around and is run out of bounds at the 48. Witherspoon making something out of nothing, losing that first tackler.
Escaped that first one at the line of scrimmage, allowed him to bounce out and get another 6 yards on the play, and brings out, third and 5. Definitely a passing situation.
We need to convert one here, Johnny. We need to convert some of these third down, get that clock going, get it down on the other side of the field, get some points.
Bryant and Delamar going to twin set to the far side. Justin Simmons split left for Roberts, who's in shotgun. Roberts looking to his right, rolling right, slips and lets this one go. Kevin Bryant on the catch. We're waiting for the signal, and the referee from the other side of the field comes by and calls it incomplete. Referee on top of the play never made a signal. The referee 15 yards away comes in and makes the call. So the Leopards face 4th down and 5. They set up to punt. Travis Potts set up at the 35. Second punt of the night for the Leopards, and Potts gets another good one away. This one will be fielded and fumbled. Picked up by Jay Fair at the 30-yard line. Dan Smith with a huge hit on Charles Hayes. Hayes dropped it, but the Leopards couldn't quite come up with it.
Huge hit by Dan Smith. He just come up and hit one right in the chest and disrupted the play, and just unfortunate that Jay Fair, the trailing guy that was trailing Dan Smith, he's the one that landed on top of the ball.
Receivers to either side now for Moore, who steps under center. Familiar play, gives to 2 off the left side. Brennan Metcalf, this time the Leopards snuffed the play out, loss of a yard at 2nd and 11.
Brandon Bradford stuffed the play and then allowed Terrence Matlock and Wesley Duran to get up there, and Travis Potts, all the down linemen got onto that play, and they sniffed it out, knew exactly where the running play was going for a loss of 1 yard.
1 minute, 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Leopards leading 14-6. Moore, this time to give off to the near side, and Metcalf has some running room near the 40-yard line, but he is met there.
That was Southern State Bank's isolated player of the game that stood him up and allowed the troops to come in and put a lick on him and to bring him down, and great open field tackle by Corey Monroe.
And the referees are going to take another official timeout for measurement. This one is actually close. Just under a minute remaining here in the third.
Just about an inch shy, but I could be totally wrong.
Oh, did he get it right? Yes. Eagle Eye Gibbs comes through once again, about an inch shy. It's going to be 3rd down.
And an inch.
And an inch.
Well, it's a big tackle. I mean, he broke down an excellent tackle by Corey Monroe.
Very good. It was open field, very hard, and Monroe put his helmet right between the numbers. 3rd down and very short. War Eagles line up in a tight formation, send one-man split to the far side.
It's going to be probably to number 34 right up the gut.
Start the clock. There you go.
Quarterback on the keeper.
My gosh.
It's going to depend on the spot, and they're going to get him across the 40-yard line, and that will be enough for the War Eagle 1st down.
That's the first time they've been close to a spot all night, and that was a good spot.
That's amazing. They gave forward progress on that one, but the last 20 they have not.
That's what I mean.
1 out of 20 is not bad, Ron.
I understand.
But that's a 1st down for the War Eagles, and defense got to tighten up 3 and out right here.
Just under, right at 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Moore takes the snap, gives to Metcalf. Metcalf looking for some running room outside the 40-yard line, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 45. It's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Senior linebacker John Skinner gets his dives and make a stop on the outside, and trailing the play, his speed catches back up with him to make the stop.
And that will bring the third quarter to a close. It is homecoming at Claude Mann Stadium. The Leopards lead the War Eagles 14-6.
When you do something right for over 50 years, you obviously know what you're doing. And that's the way it is at McClure Real Estate. Over 50 years of professional real estate service to the Malvern area. They're locally owned and they're locally operated. That's McClure Real Estate, 332-2777. Give them a call. McClure Real Estate, 332-2777. Proud sponsors of Malvern Leopard Football. Maybe it's time for a new automobile or to trade that jalopy off. I'm here with Mr. Teeter Chevrolet Olds, and he's got some words for you.
Yes, sir. We've got the words and we've got the product. We've got probably over 500 units out here, and I'm looking at a sea of cars. I've got all kinds and creeds and colors of vehicles, all type of sport utilities. We have the high-dollar European cars. They all popular new Chevrolet. We've got them here at Teeter's. So come on out and shop us real soon. Remember, like I always say, the more we invest in our youth, the less we'll spend on prisons later.
Hi, this is Tony Warner from Malvern National Bank, a real community bank. We're working to make your banking as simple as possible. You can now bank from the comfort of your home or office on your PC with M&B's Access Link. Transfer funds, check balances, pay all your bills through the optional bill pay service. No more checks to write, no more postage stamps to buy. We do it all. And it's at www.mnbbank.com. It's just part of Malvern National's commitment to our customers. Malvern National Bank.
The financial horizon in our little town is changing fast, and all you really want is a familiar face in a convenient place. You've noticed all these blue mountains popping up around town and maybe wondered, what's that all about? It's about banking on the summit. The best rates, the most reliable, experienced folks, and innovative ways to help you keep up with it all. Don't get left at the bottom with a bunch of strangers. Build your future on the summit.
As we start the fourth quarter, homecoming here tonight as the Leopards look to walk away with a victory, but as much as they dominated the first half, this second half is very evenly matched. And Johnny, you might say that the War Eagles have the momentum so far here in the second half.
Well, they're definitely moving the ball with their short running game or their power running game, and it's kind of got Malvern a little crossways on what they're doing. They've corrected their problems at halftime, and the Leopards have made some good stops here already in this ball game.
Burns and Metcalf in the backfield with Moore. Tight formation once again. This time to give to Burns, and he is going to be dropped shy of the line of scrimmage, back at the 44. Loss of a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Brandon Bradford makes a huge stop. Travis Potts looks like Terrence Matlock. Again, the whole D-line is stuffing the play. Great penetration. This is where they all need to make a huge stop right here. Get fired up. Hey, this is fourth quarter in late in this ball game where they need to make a huge stop.
3rd down and 6. It shows on the scoreboard. Pass. Looking for a pass. Moore's got the ball, pressured in the backfield, and completes the pass to Burns near the first down marker. Will depend on the spot. Still waiting for the spot from the official.
It's going to be about a foot short.
2 officials converging on the spot.
Got a broken chain, looks like, maybe.
And if it's spotted at the 50, which it looks like it will be, it's going to be a little over a foot shy, or right at a foot shy of the first down marker. And Johnny, if you're fair, I've kind of got to believe with the momentum you've got, you go ahead and try to take it to them.
Well, there's no doubt. You're not going to hurt. Well, you're only hurting field position-wise, but as they've had success up the middle, running the ball here in the third quarter and early in the fourth, you got to attempt to go ahead and punch it in.
Yeah, I tell you, it's a big challenge here for Reddick and Matlock and that crew up there. Reddick, so they're talking to his mates right there in the heart of that defensive line. They need to dig in right here, guys.
4th down and a foot for Little Rock Fairs. The Leopards look to stop this drive. Ball spotted at midfield. Moore takes the snap, gives to his fullback Burns, and he gets enough for the first down. Fumble possibly on the play. Ball was loose, but the referees indicate that the player was down.
Oh, it's going to be very close. I think he just barely has it, but not by much.
And we're still watching for the spot of that ball, and
wow, they got. I tell you what,
the backside of that ball nearly touching the 50-yard line, but I think you're right, Johnny. I think he's got it by the nose of the football.
These spots have really turned around this second half. You know it, Johnny? They'd have been spotting it like they did in the first half. He'd have been way back.
It's going to be close.
It's close. Hey,
man, the Leopards take over on downs. 1st and 10 on their side of the 50, and Johnny, I would have thought he had it, but
that was just less than an inch from being a first down. Unfortunately, they did fumble the ball, but he said he was down. The referee said he was down. But still, Leopards got a good spot, and great defensive stand by the Leopards.
11-10 remaining here in the ball game. Leopards leading 14-6. Roberts takes the snap, gives to his tailback Witherspoon, trying to break outside, and he's going to be dropped back at the 48-yard line, or just past the 48-yard line. Loss of a yard on the play. It's 2nd and 11.
Back there blitzing linebackers, and they're anticipating the running play over the tackle in the guard, and boy, they're bringing the house when they've got 5 guys in the backfield.
Clock still rolling at 10:40 now. Receivers to either side for Roberts. This time looking for Delamar. Delamar floating in the middle, and he completes the pass. Excuse me, pass is incomplete. It looked like Delamar had it.
Delamar looked like it let it get to his body, and it popped right out. And plus, the defender was on his back, breaking up the play, and it looked like it was a completed pass, but that was a good play by the defender.
3rd down and 11 now for the Leopards. Malvern needing to keep this drive alive, keep that ball away from the War Eagles. Trips to the right side now for the Leopards. Split left. Roberts in shotgun. Roberts rolling to his right, looking, and complete to Kevin Bryant. And it's going to be shy of the first down as the ball is spotted just this side of the 40-yard line.
Gosh, what a spot.
I say shy of the first down. We'll still wait till they actually set it and bring the chains.
Man, how many close first downs have we gotten here in the last 5 minutes of this ball game?
Johnny, before they get this measure, let's assume that they are short. What do you do offensively if you're the Leopards? Do you punt it and short or lengthen the field, or do you go for it?
I say go for it. As short as we are, I think quarterback sneak or give it to the fullback, to get the first down. We need the clock to start running.
Well, we'll know soon enough whether the Leopards have to make that choice, and they do, as the ball is about 3 inches shy, or excuse me, about what, Johnny, half a foot, 6 inches?
About 6 inches shy of the first down, and Walter Staley, he's getting his workout tonight. They're bringing the chains across the field.
10-18, we're still waiting for the ball to be set. As the chains are being taken off the field now. Outstanding chain gang we have here at Malvern. Walter Staley and crew have been doing this for a long time. Now the Leopards come up to the line of scrimmage, and it looks like, Johnny, they are going to go for it. Roberts stepping up under center. And he's going to keep it himself, and he's out across the 41, and that's enough for the first down.
Hey, anytime it's just less than a half yard, Mike, you almost got the quarterback almost has to call his own number. And Jace, he did exactly what he needed to do. The guard's pinched down, finds a seam, and get the first down. Let's go to the next set of downs and keep that clock rolling, because, you know, that's what our big battle is right now, is keeping that clock rolling with the lead and milk it and keep getting those first downs one after another.
Just under 10 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Roberts under center, has twins left, split right. Give up the middle to Witherspoon, who's going to be brought down at the 42-yard line. Or, excuse me, the 37-yard line. Gain of a yard on the play. It's 2nd down and 9.
DeMond saw something. He was tempted to go over the left tackle and saw a little crease on the inside. Slipped a little bit and started to dart back inside and was met by a couple of D-lines for a short gain.
Twins left, split right for Roberts. Takes a snap looking to his right. And this pass is incomplete. Lots of contact and no penalty. It looked like Aaron Thomas made a little contact there, but got away with it.
He was definitely going for the ball too, and you know, he looked like he had a half a step on Delamar, and he has a right to the ball also. And unfortunately, that Delamar didn't come up with it, but still brings up a long 3rd down conversion for the Leopards.
3rd down and 9 for Roberts, looking to throw, pressured, gets this one away. It's picked off at the 30. Lots of running room for Fair, and that is James Carpenter, who's going to take it in the end zone for the touchdown. We've got a flag on the play back at the 13-yard line. It looks like there may be some excessive celebration, possibly. It's nobody actually in contact with the runner or with the defensive player.
Probably unsportsmanlike conduct.
And it is going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against Fair. The touchdown is good. And the War Eagles have closed the gap to 2 now, 14-12. Johnny, just as it looked like Malvern was getting things going offensively, Roberts got hit as he threw that one. Lots of pressure.
That is the tough part when you got one receiver running that out route and you're attempting to get it out to him in the D-back as a short of the receiver, and it gets deflected or his arm gets hit at the time he is throwing a short pass, and unfortunately it falls right in the hands of the defender, and the defender takes it to the house for the score. But still, it brings it all the way to the 18-yard line for the 2-point conversion.
8:59 remaining here in the ball game. Leopards leading 14-12. Trip set out to the right side for Fair. Moore rolling to his right. Back at the 25, pressured, lets this one go, and it is incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is no good. Leopards leading 14-12. After taking a 14-0 lead, the War Eagles have come back and scored 2 touchdowns, one in the 3rd, one in the 4th quarter of this game. Have gone for 2 both times and been unsuccessful. Set deep for the Leopards is DeMond Witherspoon. Kicks have been fielded around the 20 to 25 yard line the 3 times that Fair has kicked. This one is away, and it will be fielded at the 20. And that is Kevin Bryant. Bryant is going to get across the 30 and be dragged down near the 32-yard line. And that's where the Leopards will take over, 1st and 10. Johnny, a lot of talk up here in the press box. We can hear the coaches, and right in line with what we've been thinking. We've got to sustain a drive.
Yeah, you know, like I said, the clock is our biggest enemy right now, but the offense got to remain on the field to keep that clock rolling. And what has to happen is first downs, and that's what we need.
8:52 remaining. Roberts under center. The give up the middle to Clegg, and Clegg is going to be brought down after a gain of a couple yards.
Good game by Clegg. Is just a turnaround handoff straight up the left side, of the line and makes a good gain out of it, almost a gain of 4 yards.
Kevin Bryant has an equipment problem. We've got an official's timeout. Looks like he's ready, and Roberts brings the play in. Johnny, I would just about guess that we may be the only football team in the state that shuttles the play in with their quarterback. I hadn't seen that very often.
Hey, it's a unique situation.
Twins right, split left for Roberts. Gives to Witherspoon on the short side, across the 35, near the 40, and lowers his head and gets to the 42-yard line, and that should be enough for a Leopard first down.
But you know what, Mike? I think they'll probably bring the chains over to check it out one more time.
Yeah. And the referee calls the first. If you hadn't predicted it, Johnny, it would have probably come true.
That's exactly right. The ref goes, I've done it too many times tonight.
First down and 10 for the Leopards. Clock at 8:15. Receivers to either side. Leopards in the eye. Roberts takes a snap, gives to Witherspoon up the middle, and at the 50-yard line, and Witherspoon giving these Leopards new life offensively as he is charging and running downhill as good as we've seen him all night, Johnny.
Mike, that was a good call. What are they doing? They're putting those outside linebackers and blitzing them from the corners and allowing less pressure from the interior line and allowing DeMond to have more running lanes and creases inside, and that's exactly what happened.
7:45 now remaining in the game. Roberts giving to Witherspoon once again, trying to get to the outside. Can't quite get there. He's brought down at the 49, the fair 49-yard line. And that's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. It's going to be third down and 1.
A long yard here. Still, I believe it's two-down territory, almost. Two quarterback sneaks that get you there.
Two QBs.
Something about seeing number 4 call his own number, I think that appeals to you. Receivers to either side for Roberts. Doesn't call his own number, gives to Witherspoon, who gets enough yardage for the first down. He's brought down at the 46.
Good call, good call. Going over his big guys to the left. Looks like one of the Floriani 79, Jason Floriani, senior lineman, and also number 60. That's John Skinner that has been playing both ways, and they had great push on that left-hand side to allow to get that first down. Great determination.
Ball spotted at the 46. The clock is running at 6:39. Robertson shotgun this time. Running the option to the near side, gives it up to Witherspoon, and Witherspoon is going to be run out of bounds near the line of scrimmage, and looked like Fair strung that play out pretty well.
Mikey, DeMond should have recognized he should have just went to the ground before he got out of bounds. We're working to get that clock down, not to go out of bounds untouched. It's just you got to know your situation a little bit and to get down. I think the coaches kind of felt the same thing.
My guess is that he understands that now. 6:29 remaining here in the ball game. Twins left, split right for Roberts. He gives to Witherspoon, trying to get to the outside, and he busts through across the 40-yard line. And Johnny, this may be as well as we've seen Witherspoon run all year.
Good strong running, and DeMond seeing those creases very well tonight and splitting those defenders and not letting them to get a good lick on him. Him squirting through there for a good gain of 7 to 8 yards late in the fourth quarter. Looks like he's got his legs under him very well tonight.
Bryant comes to the near side. Delamar split left for the Leopards. Roberts lines up in shotgun once again. He's got Clegg and Witherspoon back with him. And this time he's going to give to Clegg up the middle. And Clegg gets back up to about the original line of scrimmage, and the Leopards are going to face another fourth down on this drive with the clock rolling at 5:35.
That's a tough call for the coaches. 40-yard line, possibly a punt to get it down there, or go for it and to keep the clock rolling in your favor. And I think they're going to discuss it over with a timeout
And it looks like Roberts is chasing the referee down. It's going to let the clock roll as far as possible. It's going to get down to about 5:05, maybe just under. And the Leopards do take a timeout. They lead 14-12 with 5:04 remaining.
Our little town is changing fast, and all you really want is a...
And we return to Claude Mann Stadium. 5:04 remaining in the ball game. Leopards leading 14-12. They face a 4th down and 4. It's a matter of either punting the ball and trying to pin the War Eagles deep, or trying to keep this drive alive and take some more time off the clock. But it looks like with the group that Coach Hart has around him that the Leopards are going to go for this.
I don't know, Mike. I think you best go with your defense and punt it deep and concentrate, attempting to get it down deep in their territory. And
well, I said that actually is Potts going out there for the Leopards. He's going to punt this one.
They don't have anybody deep, so they got a chance to pin it down deep in their territory.
Potts set up back at the Malvern 47-yard line. Snap is good. The kick is away. And this one is going into the end zone. So Little Rock Fair will get the ball back with 4:57 remaining in this ball game. Down 2 points at their 20-yard line.
He's still got a great punt off. I mean, that one still 40 yards, definitely. But it all comes up to the defense making big stops here.
Unfortunately, Johnny, probably his longest punt of the night. His foot was back, near the 45-yard line. So he got that one pretty well.
He definitely did, and it landed right on the 1 or 2 yard line. So huge punt, but unfortunately it sailed in the end zone.
Moore this time gives off the left side, and lots of running room now for Metcalf, who crosses midfield and is going to be run out of bounds at the Malvern 38-yard line. Metcalf having a huge second half for the War Eagles.
Looks like he had him hemmed up right in the interior line, and he just found a crease, and their lineman just kept pushing and pushing, and nobody got a hand on him, and it set him free to the outside, and Damon Witherspoon pushed him out of bounds on the Leopard 37-yard line.
42-yard run by Metcalf.
Well, that's a big. I thought we had him back there for a minute.
Morris steps up under center. This time gives to his fullback, who's going to be stopped at the 33, maybe the 34-yard line, and that's Maurice Burns. Clock still rolling at 4:35. Leopards with a thin lead, 2 points.
These 2 downs here coming up are the biggest plays of this ball game. We've got to make a stop here and not allow them to have a first down.
2nd down and 5 now for the War Eagles. They send a receiver to the far side. Dan Smith goes out to cover him. Witherspoon covering the receiver to the near side. The give to Metcalf once again, trying to bust things outside. Still stringing along. Flag on the play, and the Leopards snuffed that one out. Finally him up, Metcalf. Johnny, it looks like it may be a holding call, but I'm not sure if you want to take it at this point or not.
You've got to, Mike. You got to push him back 10 yards. Brandon Bradford and Dan Smith made a huge play on that. Brandon Bradford trailing and diving to make a stop, and Dan Smith coming up and making definitely no forward progress. Backs him up 10 yards. You got to keep them away from field goal range and keep them backed up, make them more yards on a running attack.
Penalty moves the ball back to the 43-yard line. Or actually directly between the 43 and the 42-yard line of the Leopards. 2nd down and 14. Trips to the far side, split left for Moore. Moore looking to his right. Sets up, still looking. Rolling to his left now. Being chased. And Moore is going to be knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Good blocking by the War Eagles there, as it looked like the Leopards might have had a chance to hem him up in the backfield.
He got very close to the first down. He's just about 3 yards short. Brings up third and short. That quarterback's very dangerous when he gets into open field territory. Good downfield block by number 4, springing him for about another 5 yards. Travis Potts is out there. Damon Witherspoon and a few others come up to get him out of bounds. But huge play here for the Leopards. Need to make a stop.
Receivers to either side now for Moore. Tight formation once again. Moore rolling to his right. He's got lots of running room. He's got the first down. He's out across the 20.
On 3.
And run out of bounds at the 15-yard line is Moore. And the War Eagles are threatening to take the lead with 3:25 remaining here in the game.
Boy, they missed it. Didn't mean to holler in my light. Boy, they missed him. They missed a clip on Witherspoon out there.
First down and 10 for the War Eagles. And the ball is spotted.
They faked that inside play and rolled out the quarterback, and his escapability of that number 15 is huge for the War Eagles.
Tight formation for the War Eagles. The give up the middle, not much running room there as the Leopards stopped the play at about the 10-yard line. Actually a gain of about 3. Second down and 7. Ball spotted just inside the Malvern 10-yard line. Clock now at 3:05 and still rolling. Receivers go to either side for the War Eagles. Metcalf and Burns in the backfield for Moore. The turn, the give to Metcalf, and Metcalf this time is going to be dropped for a loss back at the 11-yard line. Third down and 10. Third down and 9 for the War Eagles. Johnny, that's the first time in a while that the Leopards have been able to stop that play with Metcalf coming across.
Yeah, it has. And you know, that was they busted that same play several times for big yards, and the Leopards sniffed it out that time, stopping him dead in his tracks. And again, this is another play. I hate to keep saying this, but this is the play of the game right here.
Just over 2 minutes remaining. Moore rolling out, looking, throwing. It is complete, but is it enough for the first down? Looks like it may be shy of the first down. The pass was complete to the far side. And that looked to be to his fullback, Maurice Burns. And it's going to be 2 yards shy of the first down. Fourth down and 2. And Johnny, if you didn't say it before, this is the play of the game. 2 minutes remaining. We've got a timeout on the field. Leopards leading 14-12. The War Eagles have driven down to the Leopard 5-yard line and face a fourth down and 2. And Ron, this is about as tense as it gets at the end of the ball game.
Yeah, it is. It's we've been in this situation on the other end of it. It's time for the Leopards to make a stand, and this could be a defining moment for this football team right here.
The Leopard defense comes back out onto the field, as do the War Eagles. Huge play for both teams at this point. The War Eagles line up in a tight formation. They do have receivers to either side.
We got to get on them. Close.
They give. Oh, the keeper. And Moore goes in for the touchdown untouched. And the War Eagles take the lead 18-14 with 1:55 remaining. Moore faked the give up the middle, and everybody committed. And that left him untouched as he came off the left side and went for the touchdown. Leopards will have to go into a hurry-up style of offense when they take the kickoff. The War Eagles going for 2 once again. This time Moore looking to throw. It is complete to the left side, and that is number 3, Larry Clark. So the lead now 20-14. who are going to have to go into a hurry-up offense if they want to come away with a homecoming victory.
Looks like we've got a new guy going to kick off. Looks like the big tight end number 1's going to kick the football off, guys.
Leopards must be careful at this point. A good return here could go a long ways toward deciding this ball game. Witherspoon, Monroe, and Delamar deep for the Leopards. Or excuse me, Witherspoon, Bryant, and Delamar. This kick is angled towards the sideline and goes out of bounds, so the Leopards will get the ball at the 35 with 65 yards to go for the win.
Plenty of time on the clock to be patient and march it right down the field. Many a times that we've scored that off that many yards and allowed us to get going. So 65 yards is not that far, and that's exactly what the Leopards have to do to come out on the victory in this ball game.
Charles Hayes playing center field for the War Eagles. The Leopards come out with twins to either side, and Roberts in shotgun. This time, Roberts looking down the left side. He's got Delamar at the 20. He's brought down at the 15-yard line, and the Leopards come out and get 50 of the 65 they needed right out of the gate. Woo! Delamar blows by his defender on the left side, and Roberts hits him on the run.
Now the Leopards just need to take a deep breath, realize they're on the 15, 14-yard line, and
concentration. Got to be concentration. Be focused. Everybody has to have a goal to get the ball into the end zone.
Ball spotted at the 13-yard line. Roberts in shotgun once again. He's got Clegg back there with him. Roberts looking to throw to the outside, intended for Delamar. Delamar barely had time to turn around. That one just off the mark, but plenty of time with 1:33 remaining here in the ball game. Second down and 10 for the Leopards.
We got receivers going everywhere, and we got 4 guys going out. You've got great hands in all positions. Depending on how much pressure they're going to put, how much time Jason's going to have to get it out there, and Jace rushed it just a little bit to get it to Justin, and I feel like this next play is going to be a positive pass for the Leopards.
Twins to either side once again for Roberts, looking to his left. Lets this one go. It is incomplete. Some contact out there, but no flag. Now the Leopards look at 3rd and 10 with 1:29. Johnny, it looked like Leopards may have had a shot at that one. There was some contact.
Well, this one here, we've got to continue to get positive yards out of it any way we can get it. It's definitely 4-down territory that we've got to continue to at least get the first down.
Twins right. Delamar and Bryant to Roberts' right, and that's Simmons to his left. Now looking to the right underneath. Complete to Kevin Bryant at the 5. And brought down near the 3-yard line. 1:20 remaining. The Leopards have 2 timeouts. They have yet to take one. Ball is slightly short of the first down. And by slightly, we're talking about 6 inches again, Johnny. And the Leopards are going to take a timeout. The Leopards facing 4th down looks to be, Johnny, about 6 inches shy of the first down. The Leopards can get a first down without going into the end zone as the ball is spotted near the 3-yard line.
Well, Mike, you've got to get that foot before you can get a touchdown. In my eyes, I don't think you need to risk that at all to getting beaten by not getting a first down. Spread the field, let Jace get under center and get the first down, and get it pretty quick, and then you got plenty of time to punch it on into the end zone.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Let's get the first down. Do we want to score too fast against this bunch?
Leopards set up with Twins right. And we've got a timeout by Fair. Leopards facing 4th down. And about 6 inches to go for the first down. Ball spotted at the 3-yard line. And the Leopards trail by 6.
Be very interesting. It's one of those situations that hadn't been less than less than a minute since we were down at the other end of the field with them 4th and short on the goal line. And here it's the exact same thing for the Leopards. Big play, guys.
1:20 remaining. Roberts takes it himself. He should have enough for the first down. Assuming the spot is there. We'll wait for the spot and we'll assume they have to bring out the chains. Roberts on the keeper. 1:14 remaining here. And they're bringing the chains out. And Johnny, we've wondered about spots all night. This could be the most crucial one we've seen all year.
There's no doubt about this.
We'll wait for the reaction. First down, Malvern. Ball spotted basically still at the 3-yard line.
You know, think about it too, Michael. We're sitting at the 1:14. Leopards, the coach and staff's kind of calm them down a little bit. We got lots of time. Let's go ahead, take our time, not make any mistakes, and see what happens here.
Clegg and Witherspoon in the backfield with Roberts, who set up in the I. Receivers to either side. Roberts turns, gives to Witherspoon off the right side. He's got the corner. Touchdown, Malvern. The Leopards tie it up on a 3-yard run from DeMond Witherspoon with 55 seconds remaining in the game. And Johnny, now the all-important extra point.
Yeah, everybody's got to calm down a little bit. We've got to convert on this field goal to get a point ahead on these guys. And but I tell you what, that was a huge determination by the Leopards' part to come out on ahead, and Floriani is taking a deep breath and getting his yardage down, wanting to make this good kick, and I think he's going to make it.
And it looks like Fair may be wanting a timeout. The officials step in.
Dropped the flag over there.
We've actually got an offsides penalty, so we'll move half the distance to the goal. Should be 1.5 yards to the goal. Or 1.5 yard penalty, basically. And Floriani sets up once again. The score is tied 20-20. Holder set at. The kick is away, and it's good. Line drive kick by Floriani. And his teammates are all over him. Jace Roberts, Brandon Bradford all congratulating the kicker, and this is as excited as we've seen this Leopard football team all year. But gentlemen, there's still 55 seconds remaining, and Fair has some dangerous weapons.
Yeah, it's one of these situations. I'm going to tell you something. There's speed. There's lots of speed out here, and they've got it all back on the goal line, guys. They got number 9's a big speed kid, 12's back here. I'm surprised 15's not back here. Johnny's done everything else tonight.
That's no kidding. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12.
Well, they got one running off the field now.
Looked like he had a herd of them out there.
They are back down to 11. The Leopards coming out to kick this one away. The other Floriani set to kick off, Josh Floriani. Jason has been perfect on his extra points tonight. And they have been the difference in this one so far. The kick is away. It bounds at the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds.
They could make them kick it over again, Mike, and I think they're going to choose to take it at the 35. But again, the Leopards have to make a stand here. You got 55 seconds that you got to milk off this clock. And whew,
one thing about
what a ball game.
Fair has used all their timeouts, guys, so that will help us a little bit.
John, you were looking on the sidelines earlier. It looked like Monroe may have been getting some attention. I noticed he is back out on the field. Monroe, Bryant, Dan Smith, and Delamar, the defensive backs for the Leopards. It looks like they're going to set off a minimum of 10 yards off the ball.
Well, you're going to give them a little cushion. Don't give them too much.
Moore looking to throw it. Lets this one go across the middle. It's complete at the 45.
Well,
Charles Hayes makes the catch, and he's brought down on the Malvern 49-yard line. The clock is at 48 seconds. They'll start it once the chains are set. And they start the clock. Fair at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this one off. Moore in shotgun. Drops back, has some pressure, lets this one go.
Good pressure by Wesley Duran, not allowing 15 to just get a easy pass off. Getting good pressure.
Wesley knocked him on his keister, too.
That's right.
Pass was intended for number 4, Albert Hughes. It was incomplete. 2nd down and 10 with 37 seconds remaining. The clock stops with the incompletion.
You know, they're going to attempt to get this underneath patterns down because we're giving them, like you said earlier, a 10-yard cushion, not allowing anybody to get behind us.
Moore looking to throw. He's got pressure, and he's going to be almost brought down in the backfield. He gets it away. Intended from Brendan Metcalf. It's incomplete. And now it's 3rd and 10. It looked like the Leopards had more in the backfield, Johnny, and somehow had the presence of mind to find his tailback.
He just barely, he saw him at the last minute and flipped it to him, and the tailback, he didn't have a chance to catch it, but did throw it in his direction, so it was not intentional grounding.
The crowd chanting defense for the Leopards. High snap, Moore brings it down, looking across the middle, lays it up, and Kevin Bryant is back there and intercepts. He goes down at the 15-yard line to seal this one away with 21 seconds remaining.
Did the ball slip out of his hand, Johnny? Who was he throwing it to?
I think he was just going downfield. No, I think the receiver ran the wrong pattern. I think they were running a post pattern, and the outside receiver here, he turned to the outside, maybe a 15 and out, and I think he was throwing it to a spot in the field. And
I'm going to tell you something, guys. I'm impressed with this J.A. Fair football team. It looks like a better football team than Hope to me, doesn't it? You guys just looking?
I would agree with that statement. They're a different-looking football team. And one of the Fair players dives over as Roberts downs the ball. The Leopards won't have to snap it again. They're coming away with a 21-20 victory for homecoming. The crowd giving this Leopard team a loud ovation.
A well-deserved one, too.